Okay, this is MDI's prototype vehicle. It was built in 2002, and its primary function is as a testing tool for the engineers to test engines and components. It's simply a 100% practical vehicle used by the engineers to test a new engine or test new components. So all of these gauges are used primarily by the engineers. You can see in the back there's 3 very large air tanks. Again, it's just a one-seater, and that empty spot there is where I'm going to be standing or crouching in while they give me a little tour, so hopefully that'll be pretty soon. Okay, so I'm here with Cyril Negro, and we're in front of the 2002 prototype car, and I just want to ask him a few questions about it. Hello, Cyril.
Hello.
Could you tell us a little bit about this car and what its purpose is? Is it a CityCAT or a 1CAT?
Yes, it is CityCAT first generation. So this car for us is a real tool for working on development. So it is a very special car because inside there are many devices we've tested that bring us to a new development on the car we want to produce. For example, suspensions, for example, the frame. We use many different configurations on that car. This car, we've run that car for quite a long time. We've done some tests with different engines. The purpose of the car is to work on.
So it's a functional car. It's not. Can I buy one?
No, you can't buy one, and that one won't be produced. It's just for our tests. The first car you can buy is the 1CAT.
Okay. Can I take it for a spin? Can I take it for a drive?
It is possible to drive that car. It is quite special because it is for engineers, so you know how they are.
Yeah.
I know how they are because I'm an engineer, but it's very special because to drive that car, we've put, for example, on that car there are some devices to change the gears, which is very special because it is not made like a normal car, even like a normal automatic car. To change the gear, we are using some air spring. We are using compressed air also to change the gears because we want to have still some gears, because gears is the only way to have a good efficiency from the engine to the wheel. If you use a belt or something like that, you will reduce the efficiency. So as we have to manage the energy we have in the car, we have to manage the efficiency. So we've decided to use this kind of air spring, so there is some special way to drive it, but it is something that is drivable.
Okay. Now I noticed that there's 3 very large tanks in the back. Why do you have them so large?
Because they have not the final pressure inside. They are defined with less pressure, so we wanted to have quite a big volume. And we've put this tank that are already on the market. You can find them on the shelf.
So this is basically a car that only the engineers drive?
Yes, mostly.
Yeah. So if I wanted to go on a ride with one of the engineers, do you...
Yes, we can manage something. We can try to find a solution for you to be inside of the car while the car is running.
Okay. But it's not going to be for hours and things like that?
No, it would be, well, depending... the thing is that we have also to manage the thing we want to see on the car, but anyway, we are recording anything, so no problem.
Okay. So it's a testing vehicle for the engineers. I can't buy it?
No, you can't.
Can it be driven on the road?
For the moment, we are just driving it around because we have some kind of way we can drive the car around the factory. It has been driven on the road already. Even the taxi, you've seen the first generation of taxi have been used in town, in urban cycle, because it is quite difficult to reproduce an urban cycle not in town, but we've done some tests in town, and the idea is to drive it at the maximum, change some few things, verify sometime the engine, see how it works, see if there is some duration, because we can do some durability on the test bench. This is a good point, but then we also have to use engine on the car.
So there's the theory in the back, there's building the engine, and then you have to test it.
Yes, first theoretical things, then bench, then cars. This is, anyway, you can't pass one of these steps.
So what's the process like when you go through a new engine? How much time does it take? How much effort?
Depending on the kind of the engine we want to develop, but now we know very well our technology, so it's easy to redesign an engine based on the same technology with different bore, different displacement, changing some intake valve and the kind of things. For us, it's now something we can do quite rapidly, but that involves some engineers, some tooling workshop for the prototype, some assembling workshop, people from the bench, electronicians, so quite a lot of people.
Okay, great. Well, there's been a lot of confusion on the internet about what the cars are and what they can do and when they're going to be for sale, so thank you very much for helping clear some of those questions up.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't want to lose sight of him, so I'm going to follow him and watch him do a couple laps there. Yeah. Yeah.
To get in there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. By the looks of it, it's all completely practical. They don't have any sound suppression in this for the engine or the motors. You know, they don't need it because they want to have easy access for the engine, easy access for the components, and strictly get the you know, their engineering data to improve the next version or just get the results. So I don't know what everything does, and I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to enjoy the ride. Hey, oh, excuse.
Oui.
No, yeah, vrai,
Okay.
je suis prêt, ouais.
Allez, on y va.
Okay.
Ouais, ouais.
So this is called the lab car. None of this stuff will show up on a production vehicle. It's strictly for practical purposes for the engineers. Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Bien, merci.
Je vous en prie.
Ok.